we were talking a little bit about GoHighLevel, and GoHighLevel is a CRM system. And what's really cool about that is it covers pretty much everything you would need in terms of growing your business. You can do emails, you can do text messages, phone calls, and a lot of it you can automate as well. So you can have automated campaigns. So I know you were asking about how to best utilize GoHighLevel because you do have access to it, and how we can utilize that to grow our school community and our business. So the first question I'm going to ask you is, of all the stuff you have so far, do you have a list of people in your GoHighLevel yet? No. Okay. Do you have in your school community, do you have membership questions on?
Yes, but I don't think my membership questions are that helpful because I just asked, did someone transfer you here or what is it? Now I lost my brain. Did someone refer you?
Yeah.
Please list their name. How did you hear about us? Are you interested in a co-op? That's basically the questions I have. And
Okay.
I still get their email, but I'm not asking them to opt in or anything for anything. So maybe
Yeah, so we need to change that. And so what we'll do is I would go into, and we'll have you do it right now. So go into Skool and go into the settings and then plugins.
All right.
And
And
then
only
you can,
3 questions. So
yeah, so you can only do 3 questions. So these are the 3 questions that I always have my clients do. The first one is I would say, what is your email address? And then I always put in opt-in and let them know you're opting in to getting messages, marketing messages from Cultivate.
Okay.
And so once you've changed that one, let me know and we'll do question number 2.
Okay. So what is your email address? Then opt in like in parentheses.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And then
and
I
email
do,
information.
yeah, I do parentheses and I just put in opt in and then I just say you're opting into receiving marketing messages from Cultivate. And that way, if they put in their email address and everything, they're literally opting in, like they're consenting to it. The second one, you're going to change that one to asking for their phone number.
Oh,
And then same thing with the opt-in. So we're going to ask them for the phone number, and the opt-in is going to say something along the lines of, you are consenting to receive text messages and phone calls for marketing purposes from Cold. And then while you're putting that in, I just also wanted to mention, I know you had mentioned you were on the hobby plan for Skool. So Skool has a pro plan and a hobby plan. The pro plan allows you to have a Zapier connection. So in that event, we would typically connect the Zapier so that all of those membership questions, Zapier finds those and then inputs that information to a contact. And so what we do with that is that allows for every time someone joins your community, their email, their phone number, and their name automatically gets added to your GoHighLevel.
okay.
Which is super helpful. Yeah. And that's fine. So with the hobby plan, all that means is you just have to manually do it.
Okay.
So it's annoying, but it's still possible. So it just means each person, you would have to go into their specific membership answers and then manually add them to your contact list.
Okay. Where do I find their answers?
Yeah. So if you go to members, if you go to your members in Skool and then you go click on, there should be like a year next to the people's names.
Okay.
And then if you click on that, one of the selections should be membership questions or membership answers or something like that. Yeah.
And then should I say you are consenting to receive marketing material from Cultivate? Because I also need their phone number to add them to our Signal group. Because sometimes, because our what is it? Our co-op is on Signal just for the privacy of the kiddos.
Yeah. So I feel like you don't have to put that for the membership question. I would just stick it to marketing. But then once you get it, right, you can always reach out to them and be like, hey, here's the link for the Signal group to join, or however you choose to do that, whether it's sharing a link or hey, I added you to the Signal group, whatever. But that's also part of they have to upgrade to get the access to that. Yeah. So I would just, is there a module that's locked by premium? That if they click on it, they get to premium. I would just put that as a page inside of there.
Okay.
So just a page that's, hey, get added to our Signal group. And then inside it just gives them instructions on how to get added.
Okay. I just don't want to think that I have your phone number for Signal. I'm going to give you marketing material.
Yeah, no. And they have to opt in. So legally, they have to opt in to be able to receive marketing stuff. So that's why we do it here. So what I would say is all the contacts that you have so far, you legally cannot send them stuff at this point because they haven't opted into any of it. So what you would want to do is reach out to them.
Okay.
So I would reach out to them individually and basically say something along the lines of, hey, I am going to start sending out emails once a week to everybody that's got helpful information about building a homeschool culture in your home or biblical culture around your homeschool. If that's something you're interested in, or I would even say not if, but I would say, are you interested in that so that I can get you added to our list? And if they say yes, then ask for their email or just let them know this is the email I'm going to use that you used for signing up. Is that the one you would want us to have and just confirm it. And then once they do that, then I would add them because now they've given you permission. So they're not going to spam it.
Sounds good. So I
Yeah.
technically shouldn't be sending them like the whole group emails from school.
So from school is different because it's
Oh,
from the
okay.
school domain and it's from the school company. But if you're going to send something separate, which you should be doing, we all should be sending out separate emails because we want to hit them on as many platforms as possible. Emails are very helpful. We just have to get permission before for them to actually, they have to opt into it and say, I would like to get emails from you.
And then what's
Perfect.
number?
And then number 3, I always ask, so right now, I like to ask basically, where did you find it? So that's the one I like to do for number 3. I will say though, Skool is coming out with new analytics within the next month, and that's going to tell us where people find us. And I am super excited about it. So that third question probably will change because why? I'm not going to waste a question on information I already have. But for now, put that in.
Gotcha.
And then we can always change that later when the analytics comes out.
Cool. Okay. That is done.
Perfect. So now that's done, I would again, maybe within the next day or 2, just start to go through all of your contacts, all 75 of them, and see who wants to start opting in so you can start adding them. The process of actually adding them, I am just pulling up my GoHighLevel so I can show people what that looks like in the back end. All right, so I'm going to screen share. So this is my GoHighLevel, and inside, go to contacts. You can add contacts. So you can add the different contacts in here. You can do all the different things that you need to in here. So it's right over here, add contact. And if I clicked on this, it would pops up on the side and you can put in their first name, last name, email address, phone number, all the information you have. And I highly recommend doing that like with all the different people that end up opting in. And that will start to build your contact list. And so the goal is obviously to have as many people as possible in the contact list so that you can be following up with people in phone numbers and emails in all of these different ways. On top of that, once you've done that, if you go on over to the side, you can go on over to marketing. So I will also show you this. You can connect the GoHighLevel with your social media platforms. What's cool about that is you can set up all of that stuff to post through here. You can even do the same thing with ads. You can run ads through your GoHighLevel because it can connect to your ad account. So you can connect it all to your socials here and set up all of your different posts to run to them. So if I hit new post, I could say create new post and this will pop up and I can select which one. I can select to literally all of them if I wanted. Okay. And then I can make a post and run it to everything. So it makes posting a whole lot easier too. And you can type up what you want to post. You can add videos, you can add images, advanced options, do social tags. You can post. So Facebook, you can post on your feed, reel or story. Like you can change all of these things and edit them, which is cool. So that's a possibility as well. In emails, you can create email templates and send different emails, and you can see all of your information here for open rates and all of your data is all here. So you can see what that looks like. You can do campaigns. So it has a whole bunch of stuff here. You can even have affiliates. So if you wanted to run your own personal affiliates, you're on Skool. So Skool does all of that for us, which is great. But if someone's not on Skool, they can set up their own affiliate program using GoHighLevel. There's brand boards, ad managers, like it has everything you would need for marketing. In automations, what's cool here is we have the different workflows.
Oh, I was watching the videos on that.
They're brilliant. They're amazing. So like you can create tags, and I'll also show you real quick how to do this because it's not super intuitive, but in settings, and then you go down and then there's tags. So if I hit tags, I can create different tags here. Okay. And then if I go back to the automations with the workflows, so say I wanted to create, so I have this one, my 52-week email nurture sequence. This is an email that goes out every week for the whole year. Okay. And the way I have this one set up is I have a trigger, which is as soon as that contact ad, which is my 52-week nurture tag gets added to it, then it starts. And so this email gets sent out and I have the email programmed into here. Then it waits for 7 days and then another email gets sent out and then it waits for 7 days and another one gets sent out. And you can see too, the different people that are at each stage. So it tells you that 6 people just received my first week's email and they're waiting for the 7 days for my second one. And then in between that, in between number 2 and 3, I've got 18 people waiting. So you can see where people are in the thread of the 52-week nurture sequence. And you can see here the enrollment history and the execution logs as well. So you can see like where people are at in the process.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. And you can have all of these. So what I usually recommend is you want to have a 52-week email nurture sequence as well. You can use ChatGPT, how we generated those different ideas for YouTube. Do the same thing and say, look, I'm looking for 52 different email marketing ideas that I can create emails around. And you can use ChatGPT for this stuff as well. And then once it's created it, I don't recommend using ChatGPT to write the emails. It's usually not that great at actually writing them, but it's very good at giving you ideas. So if you can use it to get ideas and then write them yourselves, that's great. And the nice thing about this is these are a week out. So like you don't have to write all 52 at a time. Start with maybe 4 to 8, get 2 months worth, start people in the sequence, and then every couple days, just do like another 4 emails or so, right? And then you can build it out and eventually you'll have all 52 in there. So again, when we think of what's the highest return on my investment, I would say start with, because we talked about the YouTube, start with coming up with all your YouTube, filming that, getting it up on the calendar. But once that project is completed, the next one I would do is your email sequences. So you want to have the 52-week email nurtures. You also want some sort of like a welcome sequence to happen as well. So when people join your community, again, it's a little different because you're in the hobby plan and not the pro plan, but you can still do it manually. So if you just made it a practice of every day at the end of the day, whoever joined your community, you're just adding them to your list and starting them on that welcome sequence, then that would be fine, right? But ideally what happens is as soon as they opt into the welcome sequence, they get an email that welcomes them into the community. Here's how to utilize this. And then every day there's a whole framework for how we want to basically nurture them to either book a call or upgrade. In your case, the point of it would be to get them to upgrade. And I do have a template for you as well. And again, for anybody who's watching, click the link in the description and you will get access to my community where I have all these templates and everything. But for the sake of this call and because you're already in my community, let me get you the template. And I'm just going to send this link to you through Skool so you have access to it. All right. And copy link. Cool. And then at your own time, just go through it. So there's about 7 different emails in there. And you want to go through each of them and start to build out what that sequence would look like. And again, they each have their own purpose. They go through the different stages of awareness to get people to eventually buy. The whole point is there's an email that goes out every single day. And so when we're setting that up in the sequence, I can show you the welcome sequence here. Yeah. It starts off with the trigger. So the way that I have it set up is through Zapier because I have the pro plan. So I have the Zapier adds the contact tag to them as soon as they get added to the contact. And then as soon as that happens, they get sent out a text message that basically says, hey, welcome to the Mompreneur Club. We sent you an email. Make sure you check it out. They get a welcome email, which welcomes them in. Then it waits for about a day and then they get another email and then it waits a day. And then they get another email, right? So it goes through this whole process of all of the emails. And then I also added in another tag. So this tag at the end is what opts them into that 52-week email nurture sequence. So once they've finished the 7-day welcome sequence, which is really designed to get either book calls or get them to upgrade immediately, then if they don't do that, they're still getting opted into a 52-week nurture sequence where you're going to be giving them a whole bunch of information and hopefully through that, getting them to either engage more with your community or purchase through those. And then I also have after that a like text message sequence basically. So it sends out a text message to try to start a conversation and then based on their answers, it will go through like a chat bot type of thing to try to book calls. So we've got those different sequences set up. So these are like the bare bones sequences I would say everybody needs to have is you need to have a welcome sequence. You need to have a 52-week nurture sequence, get the SMS set up as well so you can incorporate text messages into it, then connect all your socials to the account as well so you can use the social media accounts. Those are the biggest things. It does have as well sites so you can make funnels through here. You can make websites, you can make webinars, like you can make an online store. You can do all sorts of things, forms, surveys, quizzes. That's all secondary though. Like those are not high income producing activities typically. So the first things I would say is, especially if you're using a Skool community where that really acts as your website, it acts as your store, it acts as your funnel. You just need something that's nurturing them on the side. So start with the emails, start with the text messages. And then once all of that's built out, then we can start adding additional funnels or landing pages and stuff like that to help get people interested in what we're doing. Cool. Do you have any other questions about GoHighLevel and how to use that in conjunction with Skool?
No, I like that. I was reading a lot of things in the course, but it's nice to hear you say it and then I mapped it out.